Hello, I'm Dr. Mazhar Hussain. In this video, I'm going to introduce few super effective steps to lose weight. Yes, weight loss is possible. If you do it the right way, the scientific way, you will be in the driving seat. You are the key for a healthier and slimmer version of yourself. The steps are essentially reducing your carbs and intermittent fasting. And there can be other steps that are important, but these two are really good to start with. So reducing carbs is super important, and it's actually more important than reducing your calories. If you're overweight, you simply have to cut your carbs. This includes sugars, grains, flour, starchy vegetables, and most fruits. Yes, also most fruits. You heard me right. Now, fruits contain sugar. Sugar will spike your insulin. Insulin will make you gain weight, not lose weight. Consider that an apple contains 4 teaspoons of sugar. A slice of bread contains 4 to 8 teaspoons of sugar. A soft drink will contain a 500 milliliter soft drink contains around 10 teaspoons of sugar. Now, our blood can safely hold 1 teaspoon of sugar. So we are all of a sudden adding 10 teaspoons of sugar, and this is just one item. This is going to spike our insulin, and it's going to make us gain weight. It will make us store the excess fat as the excess energy as fat, stubborn fat that we'll then struggle to get rid of. So we need to reduce the carbs and thereby reducing the insulin. The next step is to introduce something called intermittent fasting. For instance, let's take breakfast. Breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. Actually, you can skip breakfast altogether, or you can delay it. For each hour you delay your breakfast, the body will be burning fat for fuel, simply because there is no access to energy. It's taking the energy from the fat. Now, more generally, we need to introduce intermittent fasting. How often have you been eating just because it's time for a meal? Whatever time you eat, well, you're eating not because you actually are hungry. You don't feel the need, you don't have the desire to eat anything. But because it's time, then you're eating. Or you might be eating as part of socializing with people. But that also means while your body is saying, well, we don't need any food because you're not hungry, it means you don't need the food. While your body is saying, I don't really need the food, you are adding more energy to the system, you're storing fat. So, if you're not hungry, you don't eat. Increase the gap between meals, that is basically intermittent fasting. After 12 hours, the body will start utilizing fat for fuel because there is no more access to carbohydrates, there's less glucose from the food. The body will then produce the food the glucose that it needs, but beyond that, it's also going to start utilizing the fat as fuel. Now, with these two simple measures, my mother reduced her weight. She's 72 years old. She's 5 feet 2 inches. She had been struggling for a long time to bring her weight down below 60 kilos. Now, within a few months, we brought her weight down to 48 kilos. Amazingly, but certainly not surprisingly, we also had her stop her insulin injections. Insulin injections that she had been taking for 15 years. She was being followed by a very renowned diabetes center in Denmark, and despite of that, her medication dosage continued to be increased, the number of medicines increased. But once she started this, reducing the carbs, intermittent fasting, everything turned around. And on top of that, her blood pressure also got under control. Now, these two steps are super important for you to lose weight. If you're ready to lose the kilos that have been bothering you for so long, then you better speak to us. You can get rid of the belly fat. You can get rid of the love handles. And it's not about just how you look. It's not just about the belly fat. It's not just about the love handles. It's not just about the dress that doesn't fit you any longer. It's also about reducing weight can make it easier for you to conceive. It can do away with your PolyCystic Ovarian Syndrome, or at least reduce the symptoms and the effects and the complications from PCOS. It can improve your sexual life. It can improve your erectile dysfunction. It can improve your breathing. Your asthma can get better. You can actually also reverse your diabetes. So apart from looking better, apart from feeling better, apart from having a lot more confidence with a better and more slimmer version of yourself, you can actually change your health completely by losing weight. Keep in mind, weight is the reason for so many diseases that I could carry on mentioning them. It can be stroke, heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, infertility, sexual problems, depression, anxiety, and there are so many more symptoms, so many more conditions that are caused by weight. And you can get rid of it. The best part is this you can really do something about. So if you're ready, do speak to us, set up an appointment with us. Thanks for watching and see you soon in the clinic.